Hello everyone, welcome to your daily December download. And today, we're gonna be talking about the fact that we're all gonna live in a crappy digital dystopian future, but we're all gonna love it. Because companies told us to. Yeah, it's no secret that companies kind of want us to go all digital now. It's kind of their whole big selling point. Sony has an all-digital console, so does Xbox. Streaming is the most popular way to watch stuff. I think it's gone down since the pandemic, but it was the most popular way to watch stuff for a long time. Best Buy is getting rid of Blu-rays in their stores, and it's all really bad and sad, and kind of the worst thing ever. I'm a physical boy. Most people don't know this because I don't show it off as much anymore, but if you go back to my older videos, you can see that I have tons of anime and manga back at my house in my home. I love buying physical shit. I love holding it in my hand. I love having access to it easily, especially back when I was a kid, because my household had terrible internet. We had Frontier when they were bad, and we had like 2 megabit download and upload. So watching anime on the internet was a travesty because I had to watch it in like 480p, 720p for the longest time, and it was so bad. It was terrible. I dealt with it at the time, but looking back, it was a travesty, to the point where I started trying to download episodes, even though that would take longer, just so I could watch them in a higher quality sometimes. I remember one thing that, like, even when I switched from pirate sites to legal streaming, because I bought a Funimation account back in the day when I was a kid, and there was a episode, the last episode of Kekai Sensen. I watched it on a pirate site when I was a kid, and the bit rate was like really bad for whatever reason. Whoever recorded the episode had a very bad bit rate, so it looked like garbage there. Then I tried to watch it on Funimation when I got a Funimation, and the last episode was still, I couldn't watch it in HD, so the last episode was so blurry and all this crazy stuff's happening on screen, so I couldn't see it until I finally got the Blu-ray, and then I was able to do it. And now I own Kekai Sensen. I own Blood Battlefront Blockade. It's been a while since I've watched that show. It's really good. I recommend it. I use the music in these videos all the time. You hear it sometimes. I love that song. Yeah, no, I own that stuff, and that was my main media. Manga and anime were my main medium throughout high school and middle school. I actually didn't play video games too much in high school. I'm more of a recovering video game person. I just got back into it in college. And so I started rebuilding a video game collection over time, and it's great. I love physical video games. I hate that some of them don't have the full game on the disc, and I hate that some of them are worthless without patches, but most of them most of the video games I buy tend to work out the box. Not that much of an issue personally. I never have that much of a problem. I think it's the really bloated, like, Ubisoft, Activision garbage that comes... Oh, excuse me. The bloated Ubisoft and Activision garbage that comes out every year. That's the stuff that, like, never comes on the disc or whatever. But a lot of the games that I have, like, I can play them without an internet connection, straight out the box. Perfectly fine. It's not a big issue. The game is preserved. I'm not a big nut for preservation. I think it's important, but, like, I like having physical games because I like owning something physically and no one can take it away, because, like I have been saying, and like how other people have been saying recently, Sony has decided to take away people's Warner Brothers shows and stuff that they bought on their service. I don't know why you would buy movies on PlayStation service in the first place. But yeah, another knock against digital medium. And so we know we're headed towards a digital future. They're trying to knock out physical, but digital objectively sucks, and it's worse. But you know what's worse than digital? The cloud. At least for gaming. For movies and music, streaming has been a major part of that industry for the last 10 years. It's nearly killing those industries, but it's been a part of those industries for the last 10 years and has become an integral part of the medium. So they're trying to implement streaming into video games. And for a long time, I laughed at the idea because I was thinking, oh, man, why would that work? That sucks. Streaming sucks. You're gonna have constant breakup and breakout and the disconnects, and then it'll be impossible to play games. The input lag alone will be a problem. I just want you guys to know that the footage you're currently watching has been recorded off of PS Plus's cloud streaming service. Yeah. It looks just like a normal game. I have multiple games recorded from PS Plus's cloud streaming service, and sometimes there's a little error, a little graphical glitch here or there, but most of the time, it just works. Now, granted, I have a very good internet connection here at my college with Ethernet port connected to my PS5, and I have the luxury of being able to stream this stuff pretty well with a really good connection. So it works perfectly for me. But the problem is, at my house on Wi-Fi, I was able to stream games off of PS Plus, and that's worse than the internet here. And there was no Ethernet connection. So tell me, are we just screwed? Because the thing is, as soon as they convince the masses to just stream video games, oh, you don't have to worry about storage space. Oh, you don't have to worry about owning a physical copy of the game. Oh, you don't have to worry about all that. We got you, bro. We got you, bro. We have the technology. We can stream it straight to your console. Xbox just trying to doing that now. PlayStation's moving on to it. Nintendo's probably going to do it in 10 years because, they're always 10 years behind everybody else. But cloud gaming is officially... They want it to be our future. They want us to just have plastic boxes that just stream the game directly to our console, and we own nothing. So they could charge us for subscription services, so they can charge us so we don't own anything. And that sounds like hell to me. And the problem is that it's actually convenient and it works. The technology works. It is here. We have the tech for this stuff to function, and that terrifies me because they did it. They did it. They figured it out. They figured out a system that works. There's no lag. I'm playing Ratchet & Clank, Ghost of Tsushima. I'm playing Spider-Man. I'm playing all these games that are pretty fast-paced, and I'm having a hell of a time where sometimes, for a long time, I can forget. I played most of Kingdom Hearts 2 on streaming just to see how it worked, and I was crying the whole time because it was working too well. Yes, we still have some snags when the internet, but as internet gets better here in America, as the infrastructure improves, and the fact, and people were, oh, what about poor people? They don't care about poor people. Poor people can't afford a console. What they're worried about is, so they're hitting a certain class of people who can afford a box and a good internet connection. And if you're a gamer, you probably have both. So, there's nothing stopping them. I give it 2 more console generations before everything's through the cloud and we own nothing. Preservation gone. We don't have the games. PlayStation does. Xbox does. Apple does. Amazon does. But we don't. And that's the thing that scares me the most about this hobby that I got back into, is that I can see how badly this can go. And I don't want it. And I know I'm going to sound like an old man clinging to the past, but I don't want to give up my discs. I don't want to give up my physical copies. Yeah, I buy a digital game here and there, but there's nothing like going to a GameStop, buying a physical copy, owning it, and it's yours, you know? You can turn it on and play it anytime. Yeah, there's the update shit exists, but hey, there's probably a way to, like, in the future, there'll probably be a way to, like, USB in an update, like, updates from, that for when the servers go down into old consoles. Hopefully, these consoles stay backwards compatible, so we don't have to worry about this too much in the future. But it's like, so then, like, and hopefully they don't fully move away from discs, but the fact that the slim PS5 has a detachable disc drive, we saw what Xbox's console plans to do next gen when that stuff leaked, if that's gonna still be their vision. It's Joe over, guys. It's Joe over. Sorry for the downer episode, but I needed to get this out today, and this was the first thing that came to mind, and because the video that I was working on for today did not finish in time, so expect that tomorrow. Welcome to your cyberpunk future, circa 2023.